Go.
What's up? So today we have fish on the eater. I said it right, okay?
Yeah, you did. Well
from
done.
from Peloton to discuss Ember with us. Glad to have you here. It's like a pleasure to have always someone important in PvP on this channel. Uh, so Fish, we are starting with Ember. I think you
Yes.
already know Ember from factions. Uh, what are you
Yeah.
thinking about Silph this season with factions and starting with Ember?
I always love seeing how Silph evolves to meet the needs of its user base. So I find it's a really nice change that they have overlapped the factions metas with the regular ranked cups. The Ember meta is, while it's really constricted, I do find it very interesting. So I'm really looking forward to going into it a bit deeper.
Yeah, yeah. So in Ember we have electric types, allowed, fire, grass, ground, and a lot of random picks, like you see in the image.
Mhm.
Banned. The only banned that I kind of find nice to have banned is the Mud Boys, because Mud Boys are
Mhm.
always a trouble in any meta, and
Mhm.
also Lantern. But probably Sylph had banned Lantern before Wind Attack Boost, because
Mhm.
Wind Attack Boost in this meta is kind of broken, especially
Yeah.
Charizard. Um, but what do you think about the bans and the types allowed? Do you think it's an open meta, kind of RPS meta, kind of shield meta, or energy balanced meta, or something?
I'm thinking shield meta. In all of the practice battles that I've had, it's all come down to who can hold on to their shields for just the right amount of time. And then,
Okay.
if you've got one shield left, your opponent has zero in the end game, then you're in a pretty good spot.
Yeah, yeah. Because most of the picks of this meta are kind of glass also. So
Hmm.
if you have a
Yeah, with
shield
some very hard
energy,
hitting charge
yeah,
moves.
yeah, yeah. In the next one, we have the meta at the moment. The picks that are are most ranked on PVPoke. Uh, kind of broken with wind attack.
Hmm.
Do you spot anything that probably also show off or is kind of wind attack meta?
So yeah, I mean, what's that? Three of the top three
Yeah.
Pokemon and four of the top six are all wing attackers. And you could probably honestly have all three of those top Pokemon in your team as well, and you wouldn't have too many holes.
Yeah, yeah.
Like they can cover a lot themselves.
Yeah, because they are broken. Like Charizard wins against all the meta. Okay, he's
Hmm.
bait dependent and shield dependent, but Charizard is broken if
Hmm.
you pair it with Gligar. Yeah, it's kind of
Hmm.
broken. We have the Sylph Pokemon that are being used at the moment. They are kind of also where the point that we are talking. Charizard is like in every single team.
Hmm.
Poliwrath also, because yeah, kind of coverage the Charizard. Uh, in this meta guide, we bring the top elements. So we are going to start with the ground. Um about ground, what we have here, we have Gligar, Piloswine, Clydal, Runegrigus, and Gliscor. Do you think anything from here like is better, or what do you think about ground?
That Piloswine is, I think, top of that. maybe Glass Pilus one or Glasgow are the two go tos there. I do find Runegregas interesting, but that Polyrath with Scald means like you generally want your Ghost types to be able to beat your fighters, and the fact that Polyrath has the Scald and the Ice Punch to be able to threaten that back means that I'm not as sold on Runegregas as some of the others. But Piloswine with Avalanche, we've already talked about how the meta is glassy and
Yeah.
there are Pokemon with such hard hitting charge moves. That Powder Snow getting to the avalanches in 6 and then 5 turns. It's such a great move. Avalanche. It's a high attack Pokemon. It can one shot almost anything in the
Yeah.
meta right now.
Yeah. And Gligar, you would run a normal Gligar or a purified Gligar for having that return for eating hard?
If you want to run Gligar, then you've got to have the purified Gligar with
Ah.
return, because otherwise your best move after that is Dig, and I
Yeah.
don't think Dig is getting you much.
Yeah, yeah. And Night Slash, you
Mhm.
could get a boost, but yeah, if you have Piloswine, yeah, it's kind of rough. So yeah. So for you,
Actually,
ground.
I might throw in. I I might just take back what I said. There is one exception. If you want, because Polyrath is so popular, I wouldn't be mad if you tried to run Aerial Ace as a second move.
Okay, okay. Seems a
Aerial
good
Ace
pick.
will allow you to, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So now we bring the fire. So in the fire, I will probably say you will say also Charizard, but we kind of have also other good options like Moltres, Victini,
Mm.
Marowak, and Talonflame. Besides Charizard, do you think any of the other fire types have space on this meta, or just go Charizard and
Right now, I've got both Charizard and Moltres on my team.
no? Okay.
Moltres is actually quite a nice counter to Poliwrath because it is out spamming by just a little bit to the Scald, so it gets to its Sky attack. For the first couple, I believe it's the same amount of time as Poliwrath getting to Scald, but then I think the third one is is quicker, so it outpaces to the third one. Meaning, if you have shields in play, like maybe at the start of the battle, then that's very much in favor of the Moltres.
Oh, okay, nice. Didn't know that. It is important to know that because if you could win a lead match on this meta is kind of important because probably the back could be FPS and you want to get as
Hmm.
many advantages as you can. In the next
Yeah.
group, we have now probably I think is Grass. Grass is kind of off this meta when you are running that much wind attack users, ice also, fire also. But you think there is room for grass in this meta?
Yeah, I do. I like Trevenant because it's a very nice counter to the Poliwrath, but also it can beat Charizard with the right, baiting.
Yeah.
If you can get the game down. So Trevenant's one worth looking at.
Okay, okay. I was looking at the start of Ember to jump off because it's a bulky options, but
Mm,
being grass and flying for Piloswine kind of broke me down because I was
mm-hmm.
yeah okay I'm not running grass on my team because but yeah Trevenant probably is the top meta if you really want to use any grass. Uh, if you have grass now, we now bring the I think is electric types now. No, okay, is water.
Close.
Water with kind of mix of water because Wishiwan, Quillfish, and
Mm,
Poliwrath and Ludicolo are water, but kind of kind of water types. I think you already talked about Poly with the Ice Punch and Skull.
mm-hmm.
Um, do you think is room for like something like dynamic punch or skull? The ice punch is the meta pick.
I actually prefer Skull Dynamic Punch over Skull Ice
Oh,
Punch, to be honest, because you need Dynamic Punch to beat the Mirror, the
yeah,
opposing Poliwrath, and you can still beat things like Gligar with Skull. In fact, I believe Scald does more damage to a Gligar than Ice Punch, even though the Ice Punch is double super effective.
yeah. I think so. I am not sure, but yeah. For the mirror match, it's important to have dynamic punch. You
Yeah.
also have each one quillfish that is on the most of the teams. Uh, Ludicolo, I don't think I have room on this meta because it's kind of slow to get to the moves, and probably you are running each one quillfish because you have Shadow
Hmm.
Ball and Poison Jab to do the damage. So
Hmm.
we have also the electric types. In the electric types, what do you think about the this typing? There are something that you like to use, something that you recommend to use.
I'm currently running Electivire on my
Okay,
team.
nice.
Um, the fact that it can get to the wild charges in just 10 turns means that you are absolutely getting shields out of them. The only exception, of course, is if they are running the Piloswine and you get it locked in there. So that's a bit of a
A
pretty
downside.
hard counter, yeah.
Yeah,
But you still have the ice punch that you can try and spam off. And you have to spend shields, but you can try and overcome that matchup with the ice punches that you're getting in 10, then 8, then 10 turns again. So that's super spammy. I also like Zapdos because it's one of the few things in the meta that can take out the Charizard Poliwrath core very easily.
yeah. So for you, electric types are Electivire and Zapdos. I also
Yeah.
like kind of Raikou, but I couldn't fit on my team.
Hmm.
It's kind of weird to play. So yeah,
It's
probably
hard,
Zapdos
yeah.
and Electivire. Also, we now have the group that is not on any of these types that are kind of fighters, kind of dark. Also, we have Machamp, Primeape, Sirfetch, Honchkrow, Alone Muck, and Malamar.
Mm.
Do you think any of these six picks would be a top choice for you, or
I've always liked Malamar as just a mold breaker. I don't know if that word translates for you. Just like it
yeah,
doesn't
yeah,
fit into any one space. Yeah,
yeah,
so
yeah,
you know what that
it's
means. Yeah, so
yeah,
it's like
yeah,
there's never there's never really any solid counters for it, and it also doesn't really hard counter anything.
yeah,
But it's great if you know how to play it, then that will give you an advantage over the rest of the battle.
yeah, yeah. Uh, I think Honchkrow is also a good spicy pick if you
Mhm.
really want to win CP ties against Charizard, like I got last week. Uh, do you think there is something missing on this meta? Any pick that in particular that we didn't talk about or didn't bring?
No, I actually think this is very comprehensive. I believe this meta is very constricted,
Yeah,
which isn't necessarily a bad thing. As long as the Pokemon have play amongst each other, I think that's
yeah,
fine. But yeah, that list that we saw on the screen there was very comprehensive.
yeah. So, Fish, like always, I like to give the final words to the guy that brings the shiny to the channel. So, Fish, today you are the man that is saying goodbye to home and to the Peloton people that are waiting to see you on the channel. Also, I like I said before, I will let the links for Peloton in the video. But yeah, go ahead, talk about Peloton and say goodbye to the people. And thanks for bringing Ember down with us.
Yeah, it's
Always
my
glad
pleasure. Thanks for
to
having
have
me.
you here.
Yeah,
So
so Palatown PvP is we try to bring great education, entertainment, and growth around Pokemon Go PvP. That's our mission. That's what our community is doing. Everything our community does is to service one of those three goals. So we're on, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, TikTok, and we've got a Discord space as well, which we encourage you guys to join. Rue here is part of the Discord. He's part of our
yeah,
factions team for EMEA.
and it's amazing for sure. And thanks
Mhm.
for having me and invite me for there because people there are literally friendly and help us with PvP all the way to scream teams to battle. So yeah. So once again, Fish, thanks a lot for being here. And we are done with Ember. So good luck.
Thank you. You too.